1800s, New York City. The streets are bustling with horse carriages, and the air is thick with the smell of horse poop. Not exactly the most ideal living conditions. Amidst this chaos, a baby named Donald J. Trump is born. Remarkably, he has the same iconic hair, just in a different century.
Baby Donald cries incessantly. His wails echo through the tenement halls, leaving doctors utterly baffled. They've never encountered a baby so vocal about the draftiness of a tenement building before. It's a new kind of complaint for them.
As young Donald grows up, his dreams expand. He wants to build things. Not just any things, but taller, grander, and fancier things. And of course, he wants his name emblazoned on them in the most ostentatious way possible. The problem is the concept of skyscrapers hasn't been invented yet, nor have gold sharpies for that matter. It's a tough era to be a visionary. While young Donald dreams of towering structures, everyone else is just trying to survive the harsh realities of life, like dysentery and other diseases. Gold in California? Everyone's going, except Trump. He corners the market on covered wagons and hair tonic. Gets to California, no gold, but sells overpriced water. Classic Trump. 1800 society, all about manners, etiquette. Trump doesn't get the memo. Shows up to fancy parties in a tailcoat, but forgets the pants, says it's avant-garde.
He tries to impress the ladies, calls them beautiful, terrific women, the best. Then brags about his collection of monocles. Doesn't go well.
Turns out, grabbing them by the bustle is frowned upon in this century. Who knew?
Section 4. Telegraph tweets and Pony Express presses 19th century spin. In an era where communication was evolving rapidly, the Telegraph and the Pony Express were the cutting-edge technologies of their time. They revolutionized how people shared news and information, albeit with a humorous twist.
Folks, I just discovered the telegraph. It's the greatest invention ever. Tremendous, really. Imagine sending messages across the country in mere minutes instead of waiting weeks for a letter. It's like magic.
Well, at least until he learns about the character limit. Suddenly, those long-winded messages had to be concise, leading to some rather amusing abbreviations and misunderstandings.
Huge news! Made a deal! Best deal! You won't believe who... Stop! The telegraph was the original clickbait, capturing attention with sensational headlines.
And so, Trump decides to hire a guy to follow him around, shouting his every thought in public. This was the 19th century version of social media influencers, spreading news and opinions far and wide.
I call him my Minister of Truthiness. It's basically Twitter, but with more yelling and fewer hashtags. Imagine a world where every thought and announcement was broadcasted loudly in the streets.
Hear ye, hear ye. Trump says it's huge, tremendous. The town crier was the original retweet, amplifying messages to the masses with great enthusiasm and flair.
Section 5, the 1800s, out-Trumped before they knew what hit 'em. The 1800s try to handle Trump, they really do, but he's too much. His presence is overwhelming and his personality is larger than life.
Too loud, too brash, too orange for their liking. His mannerisms and speech are unlike anything they've ever encountered.
They try to reason with him, but he just calls them haters and low-energy losers. Their attempts to understand him are met with disdain and mockery.
Haters! Low-energy losers! He shouts, dismissing their concerns with a wave of his hand.
Finally, as the 19th century winds down, people realize something. They can't get rid of Trump, but they can outlive him. They start to focus on the future, hoping for a new era.
We simply must look forward to the 1900s, they say, with a mix of hope and desperation. Maybe, just maybe, things will be different then. They dream of a time when they can move past the chaos and confusion.
Spoiler alert, they won't be. The challenges of the 1800s will follow them into the new century, proving that some things never change.